Welcome back, Witchcraft families. Mrs. Norton here again, and today the lesson that I'm going to be modifying for you is identifying common objects. I chose to do this lesson in the format of Google Slides today so I can really model for you what this lesson would look like using discrete trials. For those learners that don't use discrete trial format, I'll give you some ideas following this lesson. Let's start with level 1, step 1. Our target and the common object that we want our student to learn first is chip. So with level 1, you're going to present 2 blanks and you're going to say touch chip, like so. Touch chip. Notice I have the target chip and we have 2 blanks. This is step 1. Touch chip. Touch chip. Also notice that we're moving the target in different spots so that our learner really has to scan and identify the target that we're asking them to, which in this case is chip. I would do this 5 to 10 times depending on your learner. Let's take a look at what step 2 of level 1 looks like. Now we're still working on the target chip, only this time we're going to throw in a distractor. So the distractor in this case is the cracker. We're going to do the same thing and say touch chip, touch chip. Notice that the target and the distractor are still being rotated, forcing your student to scan. And also this is a little bit harder because now our student is really forced to discriminate. Again, 5 to 10 times depending on your learner. Let's take a look at level 1, step 3. This is going to get a little harder because now we're adding a second distractor, forcing our student to really have to discriminate and identify the chip. Touch chip, touch chip. Again, 5 to 10 times depending on your learner. Here I've laid out the next steps. The items that were the distractors before are now going to become the next target. So in this case, I would move on to cracker and follow the same steps that we did in level 1, in step 1, which would be with 2 blanks, and then add a distractor, and then add 2 distractors. Once your student has completely mastered level 1, step 9, I would move on to new targets in level 2, which in this case would be spoon, brush, or book. Level 3, a fork, a cup, and a basketball. Level 4, a toothbrush, paper, and a marker. Level 5, soap, towel, and shoe. Again, these are common objects that we often see in school or in a home that are really important for our learners to be able to identify. If your student does not need this much scaffolding, you could always do an array of 3 and have them identified that way. Touch the spoon. Nice job touching spoon. Where's the book? Nice job. If your student is at the level where they're working to identify expressively, you could do something like this. What's this called? You're right, it is called a basketball. What's this? A cup? You're right, it is called a cup. That's working on their expressive language. Finally, if your student is not working an array of 3 or using discrete trials, you can make it into a really fun game and search around the house. You could say, what's this? A cup? That's right. Where's the cup? Run, 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 run. Nice job finding the cup. These are just some fun ways that you could use to identify common objects. I hope this helps. And as always, contact your special education teacher if you need any help. Thank you.